how serious this is, because I haven't a clue what
I
to do as well.
literally have no idea what happened. I don't know.
Documentary theatre.
Well, let's not do autobiographical theatre, because
No.
I think that's fake. It doesn't make sense. It's shit.
No, we'll leave that. We'll ignore
Leave
that.
that, yeah.
Guys, I've got an idea. I'll see you later.
What? Where are you going?
Bitch.
Laura!
So I'm currently in Amsterdam, in Holland, and although I'm supposed to be doing the documentary theatre workshop with you, I've decided to slack off and go on holiday. So I thought I might as well get Amsterdam involved in the documentary theatre. So today we're going to be focusing on Anne Frank and her Diary of a Young Girl, and we're going to use it to do a bit of documentary theatre. Yeah.
August 4th, 1944. In a house on the Prinsengracht in Amsterdam, 8 people in hiding are arrested. One of them is Anne Frank. Anne Frank is born in 1929 in Germany. Her parents are Otto and Edith, and she has one sister, Margot. The Frank family is Jewish. The economic crisis is causing a lot of social unrest in Germany, resulting in the rise of Adolf Hitler's Nazi Party. In 1933, the Nazis come into power and discrimination against the Jews increases. Otto and Edith worry about the rise of the Nazi Party. They decide to move to the Netherlands. Margot and Anne also arrive in Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, Anne attends the Montessori school. Her 2 best friends are Sanne and Hammerly. But then, in May 1940, the German army invades the Netherlands. The Nazis occupy large parts of Europe and start to discriminate against Jews everywhere. Anne and Margot have to switch to separate Jewish schools. One restriction is followed by another. For her 13th birthday, Anne receives a diary. This diary will become very important to her. Suddenly, on the 5th of July 1942, a letter arrives ordering Margot to leave for a Nazi labor camp. Otto and Edith have made secret preparations to go into hiding. Where would we go into hiding, Anne wonders. One of the first things she packs is her diary. Wearing as many clothes as possible, the Frank family leave their house. The hiding place is the annex at the office of Anne's father. Otto and Anne tidy up the annex. Anne brightens up her room by sticking images to the wall. The people in hiding are helped by Victor Kugler, Johannes Kleiman, Miep Gies and Beb Voskuil, who all work in Otto's company. The Frank family is soon joined by 3 other people, Herman and August van Pels and their son Peter. Anne also welcomes Fritz Pfeffer. Fritz brings bad news. All those deportations. In her diary, Anne writes about life in the annex, about the arguments, which can be fierce, particularly between her and her mother. And also with Fritz, there are never-ending disagreements. Anne writes of her nightmares and the fear of all in the annex to be discovered. In their 2nd year of hiding, Anne and Peter fall in love. On the 4th of August, something terrible happens. They have been betrayed. They are arrested.
So I'm currently in Dam Square, and I've just got back from the Anne Frank house. I couldn't show you it because there was no filming or photography inside the museum. But as you saw in the previous clip, Anne Frank was a 13-year-old girl who had to hide in an annex in her father's office because otherwise she would have been taken to Auschwitz. Okay, so tonight I'm going to see the Anne Frank play, which is apparently a piece of documentary theatre, which is built to scale of the size of the annex. So I'm really excited, and I'll see you in a bit.
For the first time ever, the original words of Anne Frank are live on stage. The Diary of Anne Frank is one of the most famous books ever written. Billions of people all around the world have been touched by the story of a 12-year-old girl who develops into a young woman while hiding from the Nazis in her secret annex. Otto Frank, Anne's father, dedicated his life to raising awareness of his daughter's legacy and founded the Anne Frank Foundation in Basel, who became the universal heir and rights owner of the family estate. 50 years after the original Goodrich and Hackett Broadway play, the Anne Frank Foundation initiated a new contemporary production. This new play has been written by Dutch-Jewish couple Jessica Durlacher and Leon de Winter and will be produced by Imagination's Robin de la Vita. Located in the harbour of Amsterdam, Imagination has created the first ever purpose-built theatre for a single play. The giant stage sets are full scale, providing the audience with an unprecedented experience. This co-production with the National Theatre of the Netherlands is helmed by acclaimed director To Boermans and follows Anne's life before she went into hiding, during her years of concealment and after her discovery and deportation. As from the 1st of July, the play will be simultaneously translated into 6 languages using an innovative second screen language system.
So I'm currently outside Theatre Amsterdam, which is where Anne the play is, which is a documentary piece of theatre as it is based on the diary entries of Anne Frank. So yeah, I'll let you know how it goes. So I just got back from seeing Anne, the play, and although it was absolutely brilliant and the set was by far the most beautiful and brilliant set I've ever seen, it kind of lost the story of Anne Frank, and although it did show a lot from her diary, it did also create a kind of dream world where she was reunited in Paris with Peter. So it kind of went off a bit off course. So what I want you guys to do today is kind of stick to the documentary theatre rules of sticking to exactly what's said. So you've got some extracts from the Diary of Anne Frank, and you've also got interviews from her father, her friend, and one of the people that helped her escape. And I want you to create some pieces of theatre.